please join Colonel Newton on stage for the change of command. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the change of command. The 138th Force Support Squadron flag is entrusted to Chief Master Sergeant Harper with the passing of the guidon, symbolically expressing the special trust and responsibility afforded to the command's enlisted members. Attention to orders. Under the provisions of AFI 55604, Special Order Number 26003, Major Carson assumes command of the 138th Force Support Squadron effective 11 April 2026. You may all be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce the commander of the 138th Force Support Squadron, Major Jennifer Carson.
Good afternoon. To the leadership, distinguished guests, family, friends, and most importantly, the incredible men and women of this Force Support Squadron, thank you for being here today. It is truly an honor to stand before you and accept the gift of command. I do not take this moment lightly. First, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to the senior leaders for your trust and your confidence in me. Thank you for this opportunity and for your continued leadership and example. I also want to recognize Colonel Newton. Ma'am, you have laid an incredible foundation for this squadron, one built on excellence, care for airmen, and mission success. I am deeply grateful for the trust you've placed in me to build on that foundation. It is also a blessing to continue serving under your leadership as you step into your next role. Thank you for your mentorship and for setting the standard. To Chief, I am your 3rd FSS commander, and it's clear this squadron has been shaped by your steady, consistent leadership through every transition. You've seen commanders come and go, and this unit has grown stronger each time. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens because of a chief who holds the line, protects the culture, and keeps the mission moving, no matter who is holding the guidon. The senior enlisted leader is the critical link between a commander's intent and airman's reality, and there is no successful command without that partnership. As I step into this role, there's a leadership idea that has taken shape for me over time, and that is the power of a pause. You alluded to it this morning, sir, at stand-up. If anything, or now instead of me, I'm about to extend my speech with a series of dramatic pauses. If anything, it's a good reminder for me to slow down a bit when I speak. There's a simple verse that has stayed with me, and that is, be still and know. And while that speaks to faith, it also speaks to leadership. The importance of being still long enough to gain clarity before moving forward. In a world that pushes us to move faster, decide quicker, and do more, we don't often talk about the value of stepping back. But let me be clear, a pause is not a hesitation, it is not an inability to decide, and it is not a retreat. A pause is intentional. It creates space for clarity, it strengthens judgment, and it allows us to move forward with purpose, not just speed. 7 years ago, I made the difficult decision to step into a different season, one that required me to move away from a full-time career here at the base that I had invested years into. What I thought might slow me down actually became one of the most important periods of growth in my life. I devoted time to my family, my education, and growing business opportunities. But if I'm being honest, There were moments when I questioned what that pause meant for my military future. In time, I realized that decision reinforced something important for me. That a pause doesn't stop progress, it refines it. A well-timed pause can shape you in ways constant motion never could because it creates the space to think more clearly, to lead more intentionally, and to invest in what matters most. And now, standing here today, I see that season for what it was. Not a delay, but preparation and an exercise in patience. A full circle moment that has led me exactly where I'm meant to be. To my family, my parents, my siblings, my husband, my children, thank you. Thank you for your unwavering support, your patience, and your belief in me, even in moments when the path wasn't clear. You have been my constant, and I would not be standing here today without you. To the airmen of this squadron, here is my commitment to you. I will lead with intention. I will take the time to listen, to understand, and to make thoughtful decisions. I will recognize when action is required and when a pause will lead to a better outcome. Because leadership is not just about moving forward, it's about knowing how to move forward well. We will build trust, we will hold each other accountable, and we will create an environment where every airman knows they matter and their contribution counts. I am expectant for what's ahead. Not because it will be easy or that I will get it all right, but because I know who I get to do it with. So let's move forward together, with purpose, with discipline, and with a shared commitment to something greater than ourselves. Thank you for the opportunity to lead. Let's get to it.
Thank you, Major Carson. Major Carson will now receive her first salute from the 138th Force Support Squadron.
Squadron, attention up. Present, up. Hold up, up. Ready.
The men and women of the 138th Fighter Wing welcome Major Carson and her family as she assumes her new duties as the commander of the 138th Force Support Squadron. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the Air Force song and the departure of the official party.